Good day, everybody. Today we're coming to you from Zone 7A, Maryland. And we're going to get started with some indoor planting in the grow tent. All right, y'all, so let's get it started in here. Y'all. It is seed starting season. And so let me just show you what we're doing to get some soil all set up so we can get some seedlings planted. I started out with this black gold seedling mix, but what we did is we took some of this seedling mix, and I have this old bowl here that I use outside for things. And so last night I put some of the seed mix in there, and I boiled water. That is supposed to make sure that if there's some eggs or bugs or anything in there, that they die from the heat. So I put the boiling water in there, I mixed it all up, put a top on it, and so now we're just opening it back up to see what it looks like. So this is our seed starting mix, because we're going to be growing some things inside the house, and we want to cut down on gnats or any other kind of bugs that can get out into our home environment. Our soil is sterilized. So something different that I've never tried before is to add worm castings. I'm just going to put a little bit in there and mix it all up and see if it'll make our seeds stronger, bigger, bolder, brighter. We'll see. And I've got this box of small little plastic labels, so we're going to go ahead and make labels for all of this so that we don't have any issue with what's growing when it comes up. Okay, so part 2. Last year I purchased several of these seed starting planters from Gardener's Supply. So they're just really cute, and I'll show you how the system works. So let's just move these off for just a second. So here's the little watering tray. So all water goes in there. And then there are these stands that go inside. Okay. And then there's this felt fabric piece that goes on top of the stands. And you tuck the ends inside the trays like that. Okay. And so what happens is when you water your plants from the edge here, you fill it up, and as long as this is constantly wet, your plants continually wick up water. And it worked really well last year. It was really an interesting thing to witness. So yeah, as long as there's water down in the well, the pad continually wicks it up, and the pad continually gets wet. And so your planting pots like this sit on top, just like that. And the water continually soaks up from the underside into the underside of your plants. So your plants are continually watered. So isn't that neat? Your plants get a lot of air, they're easy to remove when the time comes, and it's kind of self-watering, even though you do have to put water in the well. 12 plants can fit on this tray, and there are, of course, 6 in each of the stations here. And then this is the domes that fit right on top. So I'm just sharing this, and you know, there are all kinds of products out there to start plants in. You can even go homemade. I've used solo cups before, so this is not something you need to have. Keeping with the theme, using what I have. In the last video, I showed you some improvements that I'm making outside to the garden, and this giant trellis arc is one of those. And if you recall, I said that on each side of those, with this being the entrance to the garden, I wanted to have flowers. And so that's why I am planting so many flowers this year. So what you're looking at here are the flowers that I will be planting. And believe it or not, We already had all these seeds in the inventory. So the goal is to attract pollinators and also to experience beauty in the garden. Oh, I did just order 2 more varieties, which will be added to this flower arsenal. So now what I'm going to do, we're at stage 3. I'm going to start loading in some of the seed starting mix into my planter spaces. And when I get about maybe 1/3 of the way through, or maybe 1/4 of the way through loading, I'm going to go ahead and put a few sprinkles of the Mosquito Bites in there towards the bottom. I've heard that this is also a deterrent for any types of aphids or bugs or whatever that could happen, you know, while this is growing inside my house for the next couple of months. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's get started playing in the dirt, y'all. I'm going to try and do this as neatly as I can. So we're just going to drop in some. So let me just go ahead and fill up these and then I'll come back. So we've put a little soil in here and I'm going to add some of those mosquito bits. I probably could have soaked them in water and just poured over it, but I didn't. In this clip, the flower seeds are planted. I just went ahead and did the work, y'all. Apologies for not bringing you along. Just note that I didn't overcrowd the cells with seeds. And here you see me spraying the tops with water to get the surface quickly moistened. And look at those labels. So I filled the pan with water, and you can see here the pad is soaking up the water. So look at the underside here, and you can see how it's all wet now. And then I did those steps on repeat for the broccoli, kale, and onions. And here you see the finished product. And I think I'm not going to keep the lights on. None of this needs light right now, and none of this needs a heat pad right now. So I'm just going to check it until it germinates, and then I'll turn the lights on. Hey, before I end the video, I just wanted to show you how well this lettuce is doing that we put in a hydroponic about 2.5 weeks ago. I'm about to start using some of this. But I also wanted to go back through and in some of these empty pockets that I have here, I think there's about maybe 4 or 5, I want to get some cilantro going, and I would like to get some spinach going as well. So that's what we're going to do right now, plug into those empty holes. And it says it's time to add more plant food. And with the hydroponic, there's a special type of plant food that you use. And so I'm going to pour it into this measuring cup and pour it into the water base here. So I did go back through and sprinkle vermiculite on the tops of the plants. So hopefully that helps in some way. And we'll come back in a couple of weeks. I'll bring you along and we'll check on everything. So I hope to see you then. All right. Bye for now. I'm going to end this video by saying we are very grateful to have this channel and to be able to share. And we're very thankful for all of you. Happy New Year, everyone. All right, so we made that jump, y'all. Check it out. We are over here in the grow tent.